Hi, fellow Flosstubers. This is Lynn, Wiltzius, also known as Love to Cross Stitch. And the fun part is my husband went golfing, so now I can do my Flosstube. The last, 3 weeks, he's been coordinating his golfing with when I go to Brazilian embroidery or quilting meetings. So it gets kind of comical with that. So anyway, all right. I've done a lot. I've really done a lot. So this video is going to be broke up into about 3 parts, actually, because I'm going to have my cross stitch. And sorry, there's not a lot of it, but I have some ideas of what I want to do. And I'm probably going to start getting into it a little bit more later. And then the next part will be on my Brazilian embroidery. And then the last part will be on the beading that I've been doing. So you kind of get to pick and choose what you want to watch, because I know not everybody does all the stuff that I do. So if you're not interested in the Brazilian embroidery or the cross stitch, you can zip through to get to beading, because I have a lot of stuff on beading as well. So like I said, cross stitch, there's not a lot. And hopefully I won't run past the 30 minutes, because I try to limit my videos to 30 minutes. I think it's kind of hard when you have to sit and watch all these videos and you have to go through an hour each time. You miss out on some. And I've been known to sit there through an hour of it, and then after that I think I don't want to watch any more. Which is a shame, because there's a lot of really good Flosstube members out there that have wonderful videos. So it's kind of like whenever I'm in the mood. Sorry. That's just the way I am. So in the last little while, I've been working on my Santa Claus. You know, actually it's called Santa in the Forest, and that's one of the lavender and lace patterns, and I just love her work. So this is how far I've gotten. And let me take it apart, and then you can see, how much I've got done. I haven't worked on it a lot. I do work on it at night, but then there are some nights that I just don't work on it, or I work on one of my smaller projects because it takes a while. So, but I have been getting back into it, and I do love working on this one. So I am going to drop this down. And so this is how much I've got done so far. It's a big piece, and I have been doing, as you notice, there's a line right here. That is half of it. So that's my halfway point. And I haven't quite decided whether, because I did this is the last quarter of the thing, of the picture. So I haven't decided if I'm going to go up, or if I'm going to start here and then just work my way up this way and then just go straight up. So that's where my brain needs to think about it. And I will figure out how I'm going to do that. I do each color, and I have been known to rip out a lot of it. Not a lot. I've ripped out a few. The wolf took some work, actually, and I ended up doing that. And then the sad part is, before I go on to my next thing, one of my dear friends that was with us at Brazilian embroidery, and I've known this lady for 20 years. She's about my mother's age anyway. And she passed away Monday morning. So she got COVID, and she had underlying conditions, but she also had the vaccine. So we all knew that she had to have the vaccine, because we were afraid that if she did get COVID, then that would probably take her away. But it didn't matter whether she had COVID or not, it took her. So I'm kind of sad, because I wanted to show her, what my next idea was for cross stitch, and she's not there to talk about it. And I usually don't do small things. You all know that. I don't do small things. I like to do big things. Beats me. Why? You'd think that smaller things I'd get done quicker. So anyway, a friend of mine at our quilting was working on her December thing, and it's Cottage Grove Needleworks December Cottage, and this is like a 2011 pattern. So I wanted to show it to her because my friend that, Terry, my friend, was working on this at quilting. And so what she does is she makes each month, and then she has a frame that she puts them in, and then she has the foam board where she puts all the other ones on. So all she has to do is trade out the foam board for every month. And I thought that was cool, because I don't like to have, you know, 12 different frames of the month. And I was trying to figure, because I've always wanted to do a month by month cross stitch. So I actually think this one's pretty cool. So I am actually going to do that. And I'm thinking that if I use different backgrounds on certain months, it would look pretty cool too. So I am going to probably start working on that pretty soon. And that would be a good thing that I can take with me when I have doctor's appointments. So, because normally I take my Brazilian embroidery, but I'm thinking that one would be more fun to take during doctor's appointments and stuff. So unfortunately, in cross stitch, that's kind of about all I have there. And it's not a lot. And I warned you it wasn't going to be a lot. I have been doing a lot of Quilts of Valor quilts. So that's part of why I haven't been getting more done in my cross stitch. So with Brazilian embroidery, we have our meetings like every Monday. Unfortunately, she passed away Monday. So, and I think I showed this one to you. So this is the birds, one of the birds that Sandy, one of my members, gave to me. It's not done. I still need to get the worm in there, and then I need to add some more greenery, and then it'll be done. I have no clue what I'm going to do with it, and I may just give it back to Sandy, but we'll see. So that's one project that is really close to being done. And then when I'm with them on Brazilian embroidery, I work on this one, and it's Ruth's Farewell. Isn't that pretty? So let me get this undone. I love this piece because it's lacy, and I'm more of a, I don't like big gaudy things. I mean, I just don't like piles of stuff. I mean, there are some beautiful work out there, but when they're all piled on top of each other, to me that's too much. So I like to do simple, and in this case, this one is pretty simple. So I am working on, and it's big. See how big it is? So I am working on the groundwork. I call it groundwork, because that's where the leaves and stems and everything come from. So it's the groundwork. It comes from the ground and works up. I do the flowers kind of last, because that's usually last when they grow. But I did have to try and see how these would come out, and I really like those. So, and I like the colors. So this piece has been a lot of fun, and I do work on this at Brazilian Embroidery, and Bev, she's the one that passed away. She was getting a kick out of this, so unfortunately she's not going to be able to see it when it's done, or I can say she will see it when it's done. So so those are, oh, wait a minute, I got one more. I was thinking, I've got more than that. So when I'm at doctor's appointments and stuff, then I take a small piece and I put it in this bag. And then I have, well, see, those are my cookies. Anyway, you know, just in case you get hungry, there's cookies right there. So I have another bag in there where I usually put the thread and the scissors, but you know how that goes. You just dump it in when you get called, so it doesn't go where it's supposed to go. So anyway, on this one, and I love this piece too. This is, let me get the pattern, a Blackberry Lane pattern, and it's for beginners, but it really doesn't tell you what what the name of it is. And this is the Australian gal that does Brazilian embroidery. So it's a beginner level, and it's designed by Delma Moore. So it's gorgeous, actually. I've seen it done different ways. So as you can tell, I do a hoop. So this is where I am on that. See? And you know, it's a pretty piece. It's like I was telling my husband, I really don't know what I'm going to do with it afterwards, but I like working on it. I mean, Brazilian embroidery is fun and relaxing. And I sit there and I watch on Instagram those people that have videos of the embroidery stitches. I just love that. So, anyway, I will probably figure out what I'm going to do with it when it's done. My husband says that we could, he had an idea for it. I don't think it was framing it, but it's something like that. So, so anyway, those, like I said, I've been busy. Those are the things that I've been working on as far as Brazilian embroidery goes. Now for the beading. I started the parrot piece, which is this one. I love it. It's a small piece. I quit working on it when we took a trip to go see my sister-in-law in Kentucky, because we went to Kentucky. So I stopped working on it because I wanted the house cleaned up and that, so then we cleaned everything up. Table was clean. That way when you come home, everything looks awesome. And then I destroy it afterwards, but hey, that's the way it works. So I haven't gone back to it, and we went in the first part of October. So that goes to show it's been over a month since I've touched it. I wish I had done it sooner, but I haven't. And I keep thinking if I'm going to do it, I want to work on it. But I'm thinking that if I work on it, then that's when they're going to redo my floors. So I'm waiting, because they're supposed to call here pretty soon and let us know when they're going to redo the floors. Okay, so I was thinking one day, I realized that I haven't done my Christmas ornaments that I do every year, that I've been trying to do every year. And they are fun to do. I love them. And so I've done one for the last 2 or 3 years now. And so I decided that I have to do one. So I'm doing the Santa Trio right there. And this is the pattern, okay? And I had to do, first I have to do my word chart, which is writing down each, what bead, how many beads per row kind of thing, so that I can just sit there and bead. So I'm working on that. I ordered my beads because I don't have them all. I have some, which I put in here, but I don't have them all, so I have to wait and get more. Excuse me. I may have to take that out if I can. Okay, so anyway, hold on. There's more. There's those 2 things that I'm doing. So while I'm waiting for my beads, I have been working on the star. See? Star. Isn't that pretty? So I do these. I get all these. I have to do 5 per star. And my daughter said that she wanted white. She didn't want anything fancy. She didn't want, you know, colors or whatever. So the white on white looks really cool. So I'm really pleased with it. I'm thinking that when, I don't know if you can see the actual pattern. There you go. See this pattern right here? So I'm thinking that when the lights hit it, because the white that's in the back part is transparent type, it reflects, and it's got some of its own colors to it. So I think when a light hits it, it'll probably bring more color to it. So I want to try to get probably about 6 of them done for her at least. I would like to get her a dozen, but if I can get her 1 or 2 now, I can give them to her later. But at least she would have some stars to put on her tree. So that is what I've been up to. And so as you can see, it's a lot of work. I have done a lot. I have lost a few friends. I pretty much wait on my husband to get back from bowling sometimes, or not bowling, golfing. Oh, and we did start bowling again. So my life has been busy, which is cool. And I've been working on Quilts of Valor stuff. So with Quilts of Valor, I'm going to honor one of my cousins on the day before Thanksgiving. So it'll be kind of cool. So at this point, what I have done, and I think, because I like to give you a tip or something, I order, this is for my beading work. So I get these big things of bead wire or thread. And then, let's see if I can find it. My husband gave me one of these. So I put my needles in it. Guess what? It fits perfectly in there. So when it's sitting there on there, I have it like that. If I need it, I just pop it out of the back and then we're good. So, which I broke a needle the other day. I was really surprised. All I had to do was it bent just enough and it went. So I got to be more careful with my needles. Okay, so the good news is that this is not a long video. I pretty much showed you what I do. I've told you about what's kind of been going on. We're going to get some new flooring and stuff. So hopefully the next time I am on the video, which hopefully will be next month, I can show you some finished projects. Right now, they're all in the thing. And like I've told you before, I'm like a dog chasing a squirrel. Oh, there's a squirrel. Oh, there's another one. I gotta go get it. So, yeah, and everybody laughs, but they do agree. I just cannot stay on one track. So, at this point, I want to say, have a great Thanksgiving. God bless to all of you, and have a great day. Talk to you later.